How do one determine their nationality?
From their mother.
But how do you know that you are
One mother's
more?
breath had
How do
given-
you know you are more? What tribe you come from without taking DNA tests or
Okay,
stuff
fine.
like that?
I'm going to straighten that out
Okay.
for you. First of all, we're going to take the word tribe. Let's get it straight. Tribe is nothing but a family name. That's it. People keep wanting to take this word tribe and make it like I'm from this tribe and this nation and I'm from that tribe. Get it straight. Tribes are family names of the same people from the same nation. And Moors, if we could get back to the definition that I gave in the beginning, then we would get it. Yes, sir. Okay, you have another question?
What is the woman's role? What is the science of woman in government?
Oh, she's the lawgiver. She lays down the law. I'll give you an example in a very intrinsic way. When you were born in your household, your mother laid down the law. Women run houses. If you ever in the following forces, thank you. If you ever find a house, that's right.
You said that because I was about to say something.
Shalom to the tribe. Shalom to the tribes. We surfing another wonderful wave right here on the Magic Ether Bus, and we diving straight into this drop. Just want to know what it is that you think. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it back from the top, but just want to know what it is that you think. We're surfing the wave.
How do one determine their nationality?
From their mother.
But how do you know that you are
One mother's
more?
breath had
How do
given-
you know you are more? What tribe you come from without taking DNA tests or
Okay,
stuff
fine.
like that?
I'm going to straighten that out
Okay.
for you. First of all, we're going to take the word tribe. Let's get it straight. Tribe is nothing but a family name. That's it. People keep wanting to take this word tribe and make it like I'm from this tribe and this nation and I'm from that tribe. Get it straight. Tribes are family names of the same people from the same nation. And Moors, if we could get back to the definition that I gave in the beginning, then we would get it. Yes, sir. Okay, you have another question?
What is the woman's role? What is the science of woman in government?
Oh, she's the lawgiver. She lays down the law. I'll give you an example in a very intrinsic way.
When we break down the etymology for cosmos, we start to get this governmental talk. Surfing the wave in the last few drops, this is exactly what we've been picking up, right? This cosmos is of this Amma energy. And she's building on this Amma energy. You know what I'm saying? She's saying that it is the Aquas, the Naginis that give the law. And to a degree, I get and agree, what she's talking about. But at the same time, it's a bit questionable. You know what I'm saying? Because as a Khan myself, especially those Khans that are single, who are on, by themselves, who are on their own terms, we have to establish laws within that household, right? Within our household. So this could be a bit offsetting. Depends on which wave you're surfing, because normally when you're inviting, let's say, that one that you're hoping or you're working toward making your woman, you know what I'm saying? Once you get to that point and you guys make that establishment, that agreement that she is your woman, you invite her into your castle, your domain, you know what I'm saying? And we allow, such a woman to do so. Or even if we decide to move into a new place together, you know what I'm saying? Start fresh together. It's normally the man taking the back seat on purpose, watching the woman of his life, watching the woman that he's building with, allowing her to decorate the interior, interiorly designing this fortress. So in a sense, I definitely get it, but the man takes a back seat willingly. It's something natural. We sit back and watch the woman design how it is she wants her matrix to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a natural flow in a sense. It's a cohesiveness more so in the vibration maybe that she's speaking. But at the same time, she is right. The term happy wife, happy life, this just doesn't come out of nowhere. It doesn't just come out of thin air. But I feel like there is a bit of a give and a take. You got to give to take. You got to take to give. So we surfing the wave. Shalom to the real ones. Shalom to the Aquas. That is Amma.
The law. I'll give you an example in a very intrinsic way. When you were born in your household, your mother laid down the law. Women run houses. If you
Father
ever
forces.
in the fathering forces, thank you. If you ever find a house, that's
Glad
right.
you said that because I was about to say something else.
Yeah, but you only enforce that which was laid down. You only enforce. See, that's the whole thing. People think that when we give this information that we're trying to disrespect or throw out the son. No, everything has to be in order because without that, then it becomes a real problem. But I've met women.
The son. It's almost as if she straight skipped the father. How did we jump straight to the son without addressing the father? And I mean, I don't know. This is a pretty old clip, so she could be at a sense coming from an agenda, a certain angle. When we keep in mind of foreigners, right? This whole women law giving kind of goes out the window when we're talking about foreigners, right? Yes, the Naga, the man, does enforce the law, because keep in mind, when we're talking about cosmos, we are the order to the cosmos. So it is an order to be enforced, and that order isn't always just enforcing Ama or the Akwa's law, but the natural law, right? The actual law of Hawa, that is Ama and Abba. So there is an enforcing on those laws, because as the man, if Ama or if Akwa is giving laws, the man is still the head of the house. You understand how this goes? So this operation still functions in an orderly fashion. And this logic kind of goes out the window when we're talking about a foreigner, a stranger, someone coming to invade. That invader will not be recognizing nor adhering to any laws given by the woman. He's coming to replace that and maybe, overthrow that man who does enforce that law, because he's the representation of said thing. But nonetheless, we're gonna continue to surf the wave. Ahab.
And they say, yeah, the man runs the house. And I'm saying, well, that's a messed up house, because there's no man that runs the house. I mean, if he is running the house, ain't nothing happening. It ain't right. It's not right, because she's the lawmaker, the lawgiver, and you're the law enforcer. So that's the way that go. Now, she want to make you pretend that.
I think I got to hide that part from my wife.
I bet you do.
Because I'm the lawmaker in the house.
Well, then we need to talk. Because
we need to talk.
You got to talk to him?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but the law that you're laying down, is it her law? Is it the law from your mother?
We both agree with it.
So you make laws. You can't make law. I'm going to tell you why you can't make law.
Tell me why.
Let me tell you why you can't make law. Because the moment that you're born, anybody, that is all law manifested in the flesh. Your law when you get here.
Now that right there, I will not disagree with. That's a pure water flow, because we are just digging on you. And we're understanding and recognizing that we are natural by law. Hawa, Hawa. Get it back from the top, and we're going to continue going with this magnificent flow we have in store for you guys today. Ahab to the real ones.
How do one determine their nationality?
From their mother.
But how do you know that you are
One mother's
more?
breath had
How do
given-
you know you are more? What tribe you come from without taking DNA tests or
Okay,
stuff
fine.
like that?
I'm going to straighten that out
Okay.
for you. First of all, we're going to take the word tribe. Let's get it straight. Tribe is nothing but a family name. That's it. People keep wanting to take this word tribe and make it like I'm from this tribe and this nation and I'm from that tribe. Get it straight. Tribes are family names of the same people from the same.
Just the way that she broke that down made me think of the whole Jon Stewart and the America's tribal and tribal being natural. I'm trying not to dig on it a certain way, but it do kind of have some, forked tongue kind of speak here. I sense a tiny bit of hijack. Just want to point that out for anyone surfing the wave. We want to keep this a pure water flow as much as possible. Ahab.
How do one determine their nationality?
From their mother.
But how do you know that you are
One mother's
more?
breath had
How do
given-
you know you are more? What tribe you come from without taking DNA tests or
Okay,
stuff
fine.
like that?
I'm going to straighten that out
Okay.
for you. First of all, we're going to take the word tribe. Let's get it straight. Tribe is nothing but a family name. That's it. People keep wanting to take this word tribe and make it like I'm from this tribe and this nation and I'm from that tribe. Get it straight. Tribes are family names of the same people from the same nation. And Moors, if we could get back to the definition that I gave in the beginning, then we would get it. Yes, sir. Okay, you have another question?
What is the woman's role? What is the science of woman in government?
Oh, she's the lawgiver. She lays down the law. I'll give you an example in a very intrinsic way. When you were born in your household, your mother laid down the law. Women run houses. If you ever, and the father enforces it. Thank you. If you ever find a house, that's
Glad
right.
you said that because I was about to say something else.
Yeah, but you only enforce that, which was laid down. You only enforce. See, that's the whole thing. People think that when we give this information and we're trying to disrespect, to throw out the son. No, everything has to be in order because without that, then it becomes a real problem. But I've met women that say, yeah, the man runs the house. And I'm saying, well, that's a messed up house because there's no man that runs the house. I mean, if he is running the house, ain't nothing happening. It ain't right. It's not right. Because she's the lawmaker, the lawgiver, and you're the law enforcer. So that's the way that go. Now, she want to make you pretend that.
I think I got to hide that part from my wife.
I bet you do.
Because I'm the lawmaker in the house.
Well, then we need to talk. Because
we need to talk.
You got children?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but the law that you're laying down, is it her law? Is it the law from your mother?
We both agree with it.
So you make laws. You can't make law. I'm going to tell you why you can't make law.
Tell me why.
Let me tell you why you can't make law. Because the moment that you're born, anybody, that is all law manifested in the flesh. Your law when you get here. And she lays it down. And it's just that simple. Length, angle, and width.
I mean, you see, we're just building on negative ions. That is your anion. See what's going on. Hey, hard to the real ones, man. It's another wonderful flow. This one right here is for the real ones, man. Hey, hard to my cuzzo for surfing the wave. To my cuzzo surfing the wave, Cuzzo tapped in with me, let me know that he's tapped in with what we doing. That was an instant charge. You know what I'm saying? So this one's for the real ones, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and do what we always do, surfing the wave. Cause see, the earth, children of America, look like the soil in America. They carry the precious blood of America from the earth. All indigenous blooded people have the love and power of life with earth within their blood. They are a part of life on earth. Everything else in their location is a foreigner or a mutation of one. It is as simple as that. This is from the hidden ancestral identity of the American Negro. When one is surfing the wave. Cause when we surfing the wave, well, if you caught the last drive, you know what's going on. We're gonna go ahead and remind you, Shalom. Cause when we're surfing the wave, talking about this fro, and we was building on this fro, meaning your natural hairstyle, right? Natural hairstyle, right? The fro. So we digging on that natural hairstyle. The etymology is just talking about it being a natural hairstyle. Nowhere do we see any location of land dealing with Africa. Furthermore, surfing the wave, what did we get? That due to the curly pattern, prominent and natural textured hair, as it grows longer, it has a tendency to extend outward from the head, resulting in a dome-like hairstyle. A dome-like hairstyle. When we dig on this dome-like, well, now we're really surfing the wave. You see what's going on? So this is a signature, a natural signature, a natural signal, informing and confirming that we are the image of Hawa. So when we're surfing the wave, and when we understand that our hairstyle is naturally in the style of a dome, well, that's letting us know we are right at home. It's letting us know where home really is. And this is by law. We are natural by law. Because see, the earth children of America, the earth children of America look like the soil in America. They carry the precious blood of America from the earth. All indigenous blooded people have the Aha and power of life with earth within their blood. They are part of life on earth. Everything else in their location is a foreigner or a mutation of one. It is as simple as that. And you see the big cedars for what it is. You see it for what it is, and you see the con in real time is natural, synonymous with these gigantic cedars. See, I even touched it. Oh, let's get it back. I even touched it just to show you. Shabata. Synonymous. Alright? Synonymous. It's just to show you that the vibration is Hawa. And that vibration is a charge. Because you are the Wata. We are the Wata. And as the Wata, like these trees, these cedars, we are a powerful wave. And when you see that you're synonymous with the land, that there is no difference between you and the land, well, that powwow is magnified. I mean, we just talking about our ancient giants. See what's going on? Because when we understand that fro is just the natural and that the natural is just our hairstyle by law, well, that lets us know, that let me know that I still look like the ancestors, my ancestors. That may make one ask which ancestors. And my reply would be, well, all of them. As we'll see. Surfing the wave. We're just learning and understanding we are natural by law. And our hair is a natural flow. Just like we saw with the earth, right? Just like we saw with those structures. They are to real ones. And if you charged up like I'm charged up, we gonna continue to surf the wave. Let's get it. Cause see, when it comes to that dome-like hairstyle, it's a lot more that comes with it. See, this charge is everlasting. This charge is everlasting. And we are connected to this charge. Hawa, Hawa. See, we are the image of Hawa. And this powwow was only meant for you, Shabata, in a pure water flow. We're just talking about your primary men, you know what I'm saying? Building on these high vibrations, well, we start to get things like this. You see what's going on? Because we're just building on your natural powwow by law. See, this was a cosmic understanding. This was a cosmic recognizing. This recognition, well, this recognition was the highest of honor because it proved the powwow of Hawa. You let them lie to themselves. You let them lie to themselves. But when they refer to you, you make them tell the truth. And that truth is, we are the image of Hawa. Because when they talk about the American indigenous, the indigenous aboriginal, they don't want you remembering the flow of the fro. They don't want you remembering the flow of the fro. They don't want you remembering the natural dome-like hairstyle. See, everyone sees this dome as a trap. But for the natural ones, we know we're just talking law. See, that same law is within inside of us. We are the law personified. Being the law personified, well, that can make a hijack feel many ways. It'll make the hijack feel in many ways. But this is for the real one. Only for the real one. We're talking original. See, them ancestors look the same way we do today. They look the same way we do today, and they try to make us feel a way. They want us to feel a way. But them Nagas, them Naginis are bad. We are bad. All praises to the Most High, the Great Spirit. It's always been a tribal flow. And we know. We're gonna carry on, Shalom. Aha to the tribe. So surfing away, we're gonna get up in here and catch a little bit of this IG flow. Catch a little bit of drip from the Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Just some drop that we posted up. Let's see what we got for y'all. Shalom.
On the wall. Watch this.
Is that an original painting, sir?
Oh yes, nearly everything here is original. That was done in Austria, 1761. The discovery of America.
The discovery of America. Is it all in there?
Nearly.
Isn't that fantastic? Look at that. The discovery of America. I think I'm just going to leave this $10 here on the table, sir. That way it's out of my hands.
Oh, relax. Take a minute. Try one of these, huh?
You know we gotta get that back for a
And
stab.
painting on the wall. Watch this.
Is that an original painting, sir?
Oh yes, nearly everything here is original. That was done in Austria, 1761. The discovery of America.
The discovery of America. Is it all in there?
Nearly.
Isn't that fantastic? Look at that. The discovery of America.
You see, shout out to Davina. All right. Shout out to Davina. She says, I watched that show still. Truth in plain sight. See how they really put truth in plain sight? We're just talking about the original Nagas though, right? I mean, we're just talking about the original. Shalom.
I think I'm just going to leave this $10 here on the table, sir. That way it's out of my hands.
Oh, relax. Take a minute. Try one of these, huh?
We're going to go ahead and carry on to the next one. Aha. You see, we still IG wave surfing, you know what I'm saying? caption letting you know that it's over for that. Because Natural's been telling the tribe that it's over for that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Let's get to this Wata. Hey, how to the tribes.
This is the real security threat. This security threat that they're worried about. They're worried about the original Americans of this land realizing who they are and spreading the truth about who we are, and no longer running with the narrative that they have created that we are all from Africa, which is not true. Has been so many evidence that points us to this land. Shout out to We Know the Truth Now for spreading so much knowledge. They have all this information in books, and people are starting to pull up the old books. This is one reason why they got rid of libraries, because they didn't want people to come back up. What they say, if you want to hide something from a so-called black, which we are not black, because this is the color black. If you want to hide something from us, put it in the book. So that's what they did. Hid the truth. Just do your due diligence and look it up yourself. Start researching. The original people of America. Neuromelanated people. Peace and love.
You know, just like Tony T. Official saying, original people of the world, not just USA. You know what I'm saying? Hey, out to the real ones. We're going to continue to surf the wave. We're going to get this back. We're going to get this back one again. But we're going to continue to surf the wave. Hold up. Let's get the sound. There we go.
This security threat that they're worried about. They're worried about the original Americans of this land realizing who they are and spreading the truth about who we are, and no longer running with the narrative that they have created that we are all from Africa, which is not true. Has been so many evidence that points us to this land. Shout out to We Know the Truth Now for spreading so much knowledge. They have all this information in books, and people are starting to pull up the old books. This is one reason why they got rid of libraries, because they didn't want people to come back up. What they say, if you want to hide something from.
And that's, you know, word to the Aqua. She was just telling us about this on the Soul Bone podcast. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a pure water flow, man. And out to the real ones.
A so-called black, which we are not black, because this is the color black. If you want to hide something from us, put it in the book. So that's what they did. Hid the truth. Just do your due diligence and look it up yourself. Start researching. The original people of America. Neuromelanated people. Peace and love.
That neuromelanin is a wonder, you know what I'm saying? Watching the tribes across the land wake up to it. A-Hod to V10 Blazer. 1987. I'm at 89, so shouts out to you, bruh. V10 Blazer. A-Hod to Danielle, 35. Eric Patrick Talifon, I think. Hope I said that right. A-Hod to you. A-Hod to the Khan. Dre Tosh. Dre Tosh said, shout out to Natural by Law, 432 The Drop, Care Mayo, UBTV, Ayo Nazir, and to the rest of the Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? We love that, for real. Hey, hard to the real ones, you know what I mean? Because they know we out here. We out here for the... Look, see? We know what's going on to the home team. Let's get it. And it's A-Hob right back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's A-Hob right back to y'all. And to, you know, the rest of the ones participating, Shalom. We're going to carry on this pure water flow. A-Hob. See, surfing this wave, I've always fully intended on breaking all spells that keep me and us asleep to our own magic. See, I surf the wave hard for the real ones. We dive deep into that water for the real ones. 'Cause make no mistake, them Dracons are back. Special A-Hob to you. See, we out the ether with it now, and there's no way we're giving this charge back. There's absolutely no way we're giving these charge back. We're shattering all generational curses, all spells and witchcraft of possession and hypnosis. It's over for all that, 'cause them Naginis are back, them Aquas are back. I mean, you're just surfing the wave with a real spill elemental. These vibes are instrumental for your healing and well-being. Hoa hoa. Just keep in mind, those phenotypes are always going to talk to themselves. Phenotype will always talk for itself, alright? You got the drop. You know, that phenotype, it'll talk on its own. I don't argue with a hijack. I let them talk to the stone. See what's going on? Shalom, we're gonna get to the next one. See, when it comes to land, man, it's gonna speak for itself. Ancient vibration. Say out to the real one. We gonna carry on. See, I was here surfing the wave. I was surfing the real wave. And while surfing this wave, I was just hit with the dead smack realization. So within that realization, it manifested to me to come right here and share that wata with the tribe. You know, and it led me to this Bronze Age, right? Where they say that this is basically the production and the development of bronze tools. Alright, so this is supposed to be one of the highest forms of sophistication for civilization. This bronze production. This is what they give credit to the ancient civilizations for being able to do. You know, but everything for me is a vibration, you know what I'm saying? And, well, digging on that vibration, I definitely was interested at what was being said, what was going on. And I didn't bring you here to do a whole bunch of reading. I brought you here to do a whole bunch of seeing. I wanted to dig more on this bronze, so when I went to go look it up, typed in bronze, and I saw that there was no word for it, right? Let's see what this is. And then I dug on this, and I said that was interesting. Because it was spelled like this. And not to say that the E, you know, makes it a difference, but it just made me wonder what else was being said behind this term. Alright. You know how we do right here at the Naturalist, we surf the wave on vibrations. So I see that it's a compound of copper. I'm like, yeah, alright. What else can we get? So digging on bronze, we see that it is an alloy of copper with a small amount of tin. Now that's surfing the wave. Alright. We're also talking about glowing coals. We're also talking about fire. We're still talking this fire. But keep in mind, it also means copper. When it's all said and done, in basic form, we're just speaking copper. It also means to give the color or appearance of bronze. To make, to be brown or bronze in color by exposure to the sun. Alright? So we're talking about a complexion. And if it means copper, well, this is making me look at this Bronze Age in a new fashion now, right? Because we were simply just surfing the wave, digging on something minor. And it made me think, could this actually be the Copper Age, right? Not the Bronze Age, but the Copper Age. Because when we're digging on, well, we'll see, right? The original American, well, the original American are the Aboriginals or copper colored races. were found here by the Europeans. So you were found here in your copper age, or your age of copper. And we got what age really is. We're just talking about the cosmos. So then this is now hitting me completely different, because now we're talking about the age of the copper colored races. And as you see, they start us off in the Near East. So that's where we'll begin too. 45-minute intro. This is one for the record books. Hey, let's get it. Cause see, we're breaking all spells that keep us asleep to our very own magic. And activating that magic, that powwow, well, I was shown and led to something else a bit more marvelous, right? Surfing the wave, we got to that Near East. Because when we're building on it, we were talking about the age of the copper colored races. Because this was a worldwide thing. This was the law. At some point in time, you can only be on the earth if you were melanated. Heavily melanated at that. You can only be on the earth. That was law. It was the only exception. You see it, Assyrian art that was brought to Scotland from the ancient capital of Nineveh. Alright, and you see how this calm looks. We're gonna carry on. We're just talking copper colored races all across the land. Right now we're in the so-called Near East. You see the name, a Kassite. Pay attention to the hair texture. This complexion isn't just for no reason. Isn't just for no reason, because when we're talking about ancient Sumer, ancient Mesopotamia, we're talking about them original ones. This is the Bronze Age. The cosmos of the copper-colored races. See what's going on. This was the age of the copper-colored races. Pay attention and surf the wave. Talking ancient ones, right, of this Near East. So we're talking about the very people who was developing and creating this bronze, this copper. We're looking at these ancient Nagas of Assyria and Babylon and Elam. A lot of Shemitic, Cushitic type peoples. We're just breathing Zet Tepi. For the real ones, surfing waves for the real ones. So, Ahab, we're gonna go ahead and continue, because we're not done with the Near East just yet. Let's get it. This is how they depicted themselves, man. When you let the ancients tell it, they depicted themselves. They were always proud of how they were, of what they looked like, of where they came from. Pay attention to what you're looking at. Pay attention to what you're seeing. Who brought you here to see, to witness? Pay attention to the high vibrations we are building and charging on. We got a face of a man, body of a Dracan. We're talking a fusion of ancient Naga energy. You got how we were digging on the negative ion, your anion. Pay attention to this, right? Pay attention to this. See what they got on. Wow. Again, they said this was called the Bronze Age. But it's starting to look like the age of the copper colored races. Now let's surf the wave with this Dracan. See the feet for the hind legs. Paws of a lion, the hind legs of a Dracan type creature. Look at the wings. You see what's going on. The ancients told you about your Dracons. It's pure dragon fire right now. Let's get it. See what's happening. want you to pay attention to this creature. Keep this creature in mind. We'll be running into it again. Mental note. So surfing the wave, this was just one faction, one section of the Near East. We're gonna go ahead and jump into another section. Shalom. Now we should already know who these people are. We still surfing the wave in this Near East flow. So now that we saw what these Assyrians, these so-called Sumerians, Babylonians, how they were looking, well, now we're surfing the wave with this so-called Egypt, and now we're starting to see how it is that they look. Talking giants and all, huh? Let's continue surfing the wave. I mean, because what are we looking at, right? So far, we're digging on this Bronze Age that I'm proposing is the age of the copper-colored races. See, the ancients depicted themselves all across the walls of the halls. These ancients, they depicted themselves. You see what's going on? See what's going on. So we get all these phenotypes. We begin to serve a real way. See, now we're building an understanding. Now we're starting to notice something. We're going to continue to surf the wave. Allahu Akbar. Because a lot of these things were stolen, man. I mean, they sacked a lot of these artifacts, and now they're just in the museums and homes of rich, wealthy thieves for showcasing as they hide these secrets and connections from you. This is the Bronze Age. The age of the copper-colored races. See what's going on. Keep in mind a phenotype. Get everything that's going on. all set in. What is this reminding you of? Right? Because what have we been surfing the wave on? I mean, do we really see what's going on? Do we really see what's going on? We're surfing the wave. Y'all know who this is, so what is this really telling you? Right, are we talking that Kal-El, or are we talking black gods? I said, a picture can say 1,000 words, and we're just surfing the wave through the downloads as we stream. So let's continue to surf the wave. Now, see, I find this interesting, right? Because this is supposed to be the sun, and the sun is the same color as his complexion, making them one and the same, synonymous. And this is just what I mean, because the ancients reflected the law of creation. There was no separation between the sun and the copper-colored races. See what's going on? He's the same color as the sun. We're just deep wave surfing on negative energy. That is your ancient Naga energy. Aha to the Naginis. Max Ahab to the co-keepers. Alright, same complexion as the sun. Once again, we see the sun above the head. We see the same complexion. These are just some regular Joes of the same complexion. All right. We're digging on negative energy. See what's going on. All right, we're talking the cop color races. We're talking natural races, because that's what they refer to us as the natural races. Look it up. These researchers, historians, these anthropologists, these archaeologists, these scientists, they write their books and they refer to us as the natural races. This is the Bronze Age, the cosmos of the copper-colored races. See what's going on? Let's continue to surf the wave. So, we just dug on the Near East, right? And it told us about the Near East and how Mesopotamia and the civilizations of Sumer developed all this. And we got in the last drop what this Sumer is. Take a look at these so-called dates and it'll start to let you know just what's going on. Alright, done on so-called Egypt. You see what's happening. And now we know why, right? We saw all these guys. Alright. So now we have this Asia flow. And we're still talking Bronze Age, which is the age of the copper color races. So if this is the age of the copper color races, of course we should expect some copper color races within the so-called Middle East. What about Asia? Are we able to surf the wave on Asia as well? Well, my real ones, they like, hell yeah. It's a charge, and we're gonna continue to charge. So A-hop to real ones, cause this is just for you. Strictly for my tribe. From Antioch to Nackaville. Right back to Joy World. So Max A-hop from me to you. Let's see what we can get about these Asians or Ashans. The Ashan people, the people of Shem. Shalom. Remember we was talking about paying attention to the hairstyle, the hair texture. Alright, we're just talking about what's naturally yours. Here we're looking at the Buddha of Thailand. You see what's going on, you see the phenotype. Like I said, I don't argue at high, Jack. I just let them talk to the stones. We're digging on this ancient Naga flow. As I keep saying, the ancients depicted themselves, and they were very creative on how they depicted themselves. I mean, they were very detailed, they were very precise, they were highly specific. This is a flow, a wave, you can't just make up. You gotta really be surfing the wave. So if this is what that ancient Buddha was looking like, you can just imagine the phenotype for the average Khan. I mean, we're talking Amazon. That is amazing. This is what they want to keep from you, right? If these Nagas are all across the land, all across the earth, what do you think is going on? You see what's happening. We're talking that primordial. Talking that ancient flow. 'Cause it's still here. See, this is the charge that is on its way back. This is the return of the Nagas. I mean, you see what's going on, right? You see what's going on while they hang you up and marvel over your original flow, your original frequency. It is a secret, but the secret is kept from you. We're no longer surfing the wave with the home team. 'Cause now we know. We're gonna continue to surf the wave on this Asia flow. Wow. See, this is the age of the copper-colored races. The Nagas all across the land. All across the plain. Let me see what's going on. Real life Naginis. These are your Lady Dracons. So they depicted themselves very specifically. In high detail. We got more. Let's get to it. talking about these cons. Well, these cons always depicted who they were, how they looked. It was always in high regard, high esteem. See the phenotype through the stone speaks. You're looking at these nagas, these moms. I mean, why is it wherever we go on the earth, those of the phenotype always have their nose removed or messed with? It's pure water flow. See what's going on. This one gives me the phenotype of Soul Illuminati. You know, not even trying to be funny. But her face reminds me of Soul Illuminati's. I mean, look how we surfing the wave. Even through the stone, we're talking copper colored races, copper colored faces. Still look to this day. You see what's going on with the hair, see what's going on with the face. It's just a wonderful flow. Yeah, everyone wants to freak out about these nagas returning to who they are. We're gonna continue to surf the wave. See, this Asiatic flow go way back. I mean, it go way back. It go deep. So even if you're claiming to have crossed the Bering Strait, your original genetic flow is still looking like us right now. So where's the respect? Where's the aha? See the line up top, the Dracon. Real Asiatic in the face. Ancient relics. We'll get to it. It's crazy how they depicted themselves. Because now this is starting to look like a common theme. copper colored faces. I mean, wherever these people are at, they're depicting themselves the same way. You see what's going on? And no, we're not looking at just some slaves. We're looking at a repossessioning, a clear as day hijack, as we'll see. Because how is it that you are now in the belief that you are the head? That you are the head of the originals? How are you now in that belief? Because when we surfing a wave, well, we know that there was some Nagas that looked just like you with that natural. And they were already here. Just like we were already here. All across the land, these ancient ones depicted themselves and how they looked. And some of the history books have accurate accounts of antiquity. But it still begs to the point that somebody's lying. Out to real ones, we're gonna continue. So see, I mean, you see it, man, these Nagas. They were all over Asia. Copper colored races, copper colored faces. I mean, you see the hair, letting you know without a doubt. Because you see, they were depicted on the walls of all the halls, wherever they were. These Nagas depicted themselves the same. This isn't no happenstance, no coincidence, nah. This is confirmation for the cons. You see what's going on? You see they slowly start hijacking the image to get it away as the original as much as possible. But you see what's happening. You see what's happening. this art speaks for itself. When you realize that this is Varupa, well, then you can really understand what's going on. Because this is a deity for these people. He is a deity for these people. You see, this was always the flow of high regard, high integrity. See, the truth is, you couldn't have none of these without this one. So it can never be left out or misunderstood that when we're talking about original, we're just talking copper colored races of the copper age, still building on Ashan, that is Asia. Ahab. Cause see, we're just talking about those with the Dracon connection, the connection to the Dracon Nagas. I mean, I know you're probably not used to it, but you see it. You see the flow just like how I see the flow. We're just talking about you. Most ancient original form. I'm talking about you. It don't matter where you were on the land, they all treated you the same. See, everyone wants to say it's not about race, but that's exactly what they've made it about. With no regard or no worry on how this may resurface in latter times. But now these Nagas are bad. On all the walls across the halls, they depicted themselves in the same frequency. We're just looking at the ancient ones. Yeah, I know they want to tell you about metallurgy, metalwork. But this is the real meaning behind the Bronze Age. So this was the age of the copper-colored races of antiquity. All across the plain, your ancestors depicted themselves the same. Now these hijacks think it's a game, but it's over for that. Oh, it's really over for that. You got the drive, you surfing the wave. It's over for that. We're gonna continue this build. So we just got through looking at Asia. Alright. We just got through looking at Asia. And we seen all the cons of this section of this region. They all surfing away. The stones gonna speak for themselves. Surfing the wave. And now they're saying that Europe is next. So what you think, Shabata? You ready to surf the wave on this flow? Cause so far we got Asia and this so-called Near East, right? Let's see what we get for Europa. Aha to the cons for this marvelous charge. Hawa hawa. Cause see, I break all spells that keep me and us asleep to our own magic. They not like us. And I know you feel it. So we're gonna continue to surf the wave. Alright, and surfing the wave. Now we're just digging on Europa. Here we're looking at the Etruscans. You do the research on these Etruscans. Alright, you get the drop for yourself. But you see it. We're talking about your original Europeans. See it, Etruscan. You see the pattern? All of these folks depicted themselves as copper-colored races all across the plain. Even with others being around, so this ain't no mistake. It's no joke. No coincidence. It's what it really is. You see it. You see what's going on. Got a gang of Nagas in the land that look exactly like this right now. Still to this day. Really letting you know they were aware of complexion. They've always known where they've come from, Shabata. We're just talking about the Bronze Age, or the cosmos of the copper-colored races, with copper-colored faces. all across the lands. We're talking about Etruscans. You see what's going on? We don't argue with a hijack. We just let the stone speak fast. The earth speaks, you know what I'm saying? Hey ha to the real ones. See, I understand when your ancient past looks like this, when your ancient history looks like this, and you no longer don't, I understand the hiding, the whitewashing. I understand the lies. But it's over for that. And we gonna carry on. I mean, cause digging on this, it has to be groundbreaking, mind blasting, earth shattering. To visualize and realize that these cons were already here. That these ancient ones were already here. Their complexion was the same. It has been the same. You see what's going on? We're talking your original Europeans. Your original Europeans. Those who were really of the Phoenix. Those who were really of Amman. Cause keep in mind, Europa is Amman energy. That is aqua frequency. So any true European is gonna give it up for Amman. Which lets us know, well, these other ones claiming to be Europeans are hijacking the frequency. Cause how can you be a European without being for Amman? Cause Amman, Europa, well, she was a so-called class of Elohim. So how can they be Europeans but not of Amman, Europa? See, you gotta make them make sense. And we gonna make them tell the truth. We're looking at the Europeans originally. The phenotype does not lie. Deep wave surfing on the magic ether bus. You see the reverse. We get over here to Europa and the switcheroo begins. I mean, it seems immediately. hijack pops up, it seems, immediately. Cause now look at who's in service. We got the drop before it was reversed. You see what's going on? As you see, they depicted themselves like this. So what's really happening? We're talking ancient Europa, original European genetic flow. And these Nagas, well, they look like the Nagas over here. We gonna get to it. What's going on? We're just digging on the Bronze Age, or the age of the copper-colored races. I mean, people's happening. Europe has always known about its original aboriginal flow. So if it was law to look like this all across the land, how did it get to this? We see these natural ones were still depicted. Keep in mind that these historians refer to us as the natural races. We're just talking original European flow. Surf the wave for a while. See, this is all dedication. This is all charge, all ahab. You know, collecting these images, digital artifacts, showcasing them with the tribe. This is a charge. This is an ahab. That money can't buy. This is just what I do for you. Shabbat, I just do this for you. You see what's going on? See, we're still breathing this Europa flow, and as you know, well, it wasn't always so hyper focused on the external. So what really happened? What really happened, pale ones? What really happened, pale ones? What happened with this switcheroo? Don't worry, we know. Do you see what's going on? We're just looking at these original Europeans. And it seems that once we got it over here into Europa, these Nagas started looking unhappy. This Naga doesn't look happy. He looks a bit irritated. We can understand that. See, these ancient Europeans, well, they was in the water. You see what's going on? They were in the water. They already knew. They already know. This was our flow. We were always of the water. Nagas were the first circumnavigators, man. They were everywhere. All across the land, you had Nagas in hand, shouting with joy as loud as they can. Hoa, hoa. Talking about the Minoans, you know what I'm saying? The Minoans. We're digging on the originals of Europa. Still charged up. Allahu Akbar. You see, they've always known about the original European. So much so, one might assume they were even brothers. Very mind-provoking when you think about how all this switcheroo and hijack took place in the first place. Seeing how they were maybe used as instruments of war, purely. Because if you ever notice, they only always give credit to the Phoenicians. Somehow, all the Canaanites get verified and validated, yet the children of Israel are always left out of the equation. Well, that'll make a lot of sense, considering the fact that the Phoenicians raised these pale Europeans up by their bootstraps and gave them the jump start needed. But as we can see, it was always Naga energy. It's always been this Naga energy in ancient Europa. So what's really going on? Cause see, you can never really talk Europa without talking the Moors. Talking about the Moors, well, it's always good to understand just who we're dealing with, right? Talking about your original British families. We see what's going on. was running a show over here in Europa before it all capsized. We know who was surfing the wave. We just don't know where these pale ones came from. We gonna continue though. Yeah. So see, we surfed the wave on Europa. Alright. And surfing the wave on Europa, well, it gave us some things, you know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, we got Africa, the land of the Afars, right? Of the Afar. We're just surfing the wave on this Africa, and it's pretty much the only landmass that we're giving credit for a hub of melanin for the melanated ones. But being that we just surfed the wave showing you this melanation, this carbonation was everywhere. And for that, we're not trying to send no shots or disrespect to Africa. But we don't need any examples of melanation, copper colored faces in Africa. Because this whole time they've been trying to force us to be from this Africa, and we're not. And we haven't been, and we aren't gonna be. It's still much to the wave, the vibration, the frequency, the charge that is Africa. We are digging on the land masses that are said to not have any copper colored faces, which brings us to our very next point. Because now we have the Americas. Alright. Now we have the Americas. And the Americas, well, this tab says that the Moshe culture of South America independently discovered and developed bronze smelting. Independently, meaning that they didn't get this wata from no one else across that sea. Letting us know that if this was an independent thing, the origin was, well, right here. Says bronze technology was developed further by the so-called Inca and widely used for utilitarian objects and sculptures. A later appearance of the limited bronze smelting in western Mexico suggests either contact of that region with the Andean civilizations or separate discovery of the technology. It says the Calchaquí people of the northwestern Argentina had bronze technology, which is an interesting way. We're gonna dig on this Calchaquí. Shalom. Alright, so this Calchaquí or Calchaquí were a tribe of South American Indians of the Diaguita group who are now extinct, supposedly, who formerly occupied northern Argentina. Stone and other remains prove them to have reached a high degree of civilization. All right. Now, it's a trip that they were offered a vigorous resistance, or it says that they offered a vigorous resistance to the first Spanish colonists coming from Chile. So these were warriors, man, which is why they're now talking about this tribe is probably extinct because they don't want this type of wata, this ruach being resurrected. They don't want this surge of this spirit resurging onto the plane, surfing the wave with natural. It's kind of hard to just allow that to be, right? It says their language, known as Kakan, became extinct in the mid-17th century or beginning of 18th century. Interesting. Its genetic classification remains unclear. It's very interesting, this drive, right? It says that Frederick Ratzel in the History of Mankind reported in 1896 that among the Caucas of northern Argentina is found pottery painted with line drawings of birds, reptiles, and human faces, which remind one of Peruvian and Malay work. The Caucasi people had Bronze Age technology. When we're digging on etymology, well, it says that the name Calchaquí was not given until the 17th century. The Europeans called a set of Diaguita cultures Chalcaquí, such as the Yoicaville, the Quelmi, the Tafi, the Chicoana, the Tilcara, the Pura, the Pur Mamarca, the Purmamarca, among others. The denomination of Calchaquí seems to derive from one of the main Coraca, who is the chief that opposed the Spaniards. Calchaquí, called by the Spaniards Juan Calchaquí, who dominated in the valley of Yocavel. Calcha means courageous or brave, and Ki means very or much. Now it means brave, very brave, much bravery. And this is, resonated with me, of course, because that speaks to me. Now it says, during the whole period of the conquest of the Spaniards, had not been able to penetrate in the Calchaquí valleys where the Diaguita culture Pazoic had taken refuge. In advance confederation of independent agro-pottery lordships belonging to the Santa Maria culture, united by a common language, the Cacans. You see what's going on? These are Khans, man. And in turn, part of a great group of the Andean civilizations. The Spaniards refer to their members incorrectly as the Calchaquís, name corresponding to one of the Pazoic or Pazoica lordships called Coracazgos by the Spanish. These lordships were gathered in three great nations, all right? Polar to the north, Diaguita to the west, and the Chalchaquí to the east. Minor groups were the Okloi, formed by 2,000 people, and the Calchaquí, some 12,500 people. 2,500 tributary Indians, according to Sotelo Navarez. So these Calchaquís were deep, all right? And they went to war the whole time, all right? I mean, they went to war the whole time. It sounds a lot like your Chicamauga, I mean, we're talking about over 100 years of war. From 1560 to 1658 through 1677, over 100 years of war. And all that's left is this Diaguita vibration. And it just makes me think if these folks actually traded places, made this fighting indigenous tribe prisoners of war, and completely just disregarded and marginalized their existence. This is a readly thing, right? This vibration is repetitive in the Americas. Disinheriting the originals, disfranchising the originals, disconnecting the originals from their land. So we're gonna go ahead and surf the wave and continue this wonderful flow. Aha. So here we have the Moshe civilization, or the Moshe culture. Alright. And specifically surfing the wave with this Moshe, it seems like they were around between 100 to 800 AD, which is of northern Peru. So being as this is what was going on, we're talking about the Bronze Age, right? And the Moshe were listed as one of the ones who were able to develop such a sophisticated technology. It says the Moshe are particularly noted for their elaborately painted ceramics, gold work, and monumental constructions. Holocaust, right? As well as irrigation systems. And a lot of the ancients had knowledge of these irrigation systems. You know, they knew how to manipulate the flow of the water to keep crops growing in places they normally wouldn't. And this type of knowledge goes back to just understanding the relationship, the connection with the Wata, and personalize it as you are the personified Wata. You know, you'll see that they had a lot of that in common. So surfing the wave with these guys, see they got pyramidal structures and such. You know what I'm saying? They knew exactly what was going on. But I wanted to bring your attention down here to their collapse. Alright. It says there are many theories as to what caused the demise of the Moshe political structure. Keep in mind that, you know, all of these great advanced technological civilizations just go extinct and fall off the map. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. All the ones we've shown, all the ones we're showing. Some scholars have emphasized the role of environmental change. Studies of ice cores drilled from glaciers in the Andes reveal climatic events between 563 and 594 AD, possibly a super El Nino that resulted in 30 years of intense rain and flooding, followed by 30 years of drought. Part of the aftermath of the climate changes of 535 through 536. These weather events could have disrupted the Moshe way of living, political hierarchy, and jeopardized their faith in their religion. This super El Nino may have hindered Moshe agriculture. Moshe agriculture relied considerably on canal-based irrigation from the Andes Mountains runoff, with a severe drought, which a severe drought would have jeopardized. Certain scholars attribute strain on the irrigation system to sensitive tectonics in that region. All right, so I was like, man, what kind of cataclysms are we talking about? 30 years of intense rain and flooding. Have you guys ever heard of such a thing? Raining for 30 years? Followed by 30 years of drought? What's going on? And who's doing this to these cons, right? And it was talking about climate changes of 535 to 536. And we're supposedly going through climate changes as of now. So that got my attention, and we're going to surf the wave, right? Because they're talking about a volcanic winter of 536. What is this volcanic winter of 536? It says the volcanic winter of 536 was the most severe and protracted episode of climatic cooling in the northern hemisphere in the last 2,000 years. Now this is crazy because this is exactly when the Bronze Age ended. It ended about 2,000 years ago, they say. It says the volcanic winter was caused by at least 3 simultaneous eruptions of uncertain origin, with several possible locations proposed in various continents. Modern scholarship has determined that in early AD 536 or possibly late 535, an eruption ejected massive amounts of sulfate aerosols into the atmosphere, which reduced the solar radiation reaching the Earth's surface and cooled the atmosphere for several years. In March 536, Constantinople began experiencing darkened skies and lower temperatures. All right. So they're talking about a volcanic winter due to volcanoes popping off. And you just so happen to be popping off right now. So digging on this volcanic winter, it says a volcanic winter is a reduction in global temperatures caused by droplets of sulfuric acid obscuring the sun and raising Earth's albedo, increasing the reflection of solar radiation after a large, sulfur-rich, particularly explosive volcanic eruption. So this volcanic eruption happens, right? And then the debris and everything that's being injected blocks the skies from receiving sunlight, and also shoots out acid rain to the affected areas. And considering that we're talking about sulfur dioxide and sulfuric acid and the sulfur vibration, well, digging on pale skin, the pheomelanin, if we're talking melanin, the pheomelanin tends to be rich in sulfur. So this got me thinking like, oh man, right? Like these volcanoes are now the reason for blocking out the sun, which develops an ice age. Now we're surfing a wave, right? Because I'm like, man, this is intense. These niggas got hit with a volcano That volcano, well, it knocked him right out the spiral, right? So digging on this, I was led to the effects on life, right? It says population bottlenecks. Now this is interesting. A sharp decrease in the population of a species population have been attributed to volcanic winters by some researchers. Such events may diminish populations to levels low enough for evolutionary changes, which occur much faster in small populations to produce rapid population differentiation. Now this is crazy, because now they're telling you based off these volcanoes, the population is able to differentiate. It says, with the Lake Toba bottleneck, many species showed the massive genetic effects of this decrease in the gene pool. Toba may have reduced the human population to between 15,000 and 40,000 or even fewer. So not only is this disrupting the natural flow of the earth, but it's also potentially changing the genetics of these people. It's changing the genetics of these kinds. Now, this population bottleneck is a sharp reduction in the size of population due to the environmental events such as famines, earthquakes, floods, fires, disease, droughts, or human activities such as genocide, specificide, widespread violence, or intentional culling. Now, this is crazy because this is specifically what a hijack specializes in. It says such events can reduce the variation in the gene pool of a population. Thereafter, a smaller population with a smaller genetic diversity remains to pass on genes to the future generations of offspring. Genetic diversity remains lower, increasing only when gene flow from another population occurs, or very slowly increasing with time as random mutations occur. This results in the reduction in the robustness of the population and in its ability to adapt to survive the selecting environmental changes such as climate change or a shift in available resources. Alternatively, if survivors of the bottleneck are the individuals with the greatest genetic fitness, the frequency of the fitter genes within the gene pool is increased while the pool itself is reduced. Now, if you got the drop before, we were talking about how cheetahs are a result of bottleneck breathing, which basically refers to being It says the genetic drift caused by a population bottleneck can change the proportional random distribution of alleles and even lead to loss of alleles. The chances of inbreeding and genetic homogeneity can increase, possibly leading to inbreeding depression. Smaller population size can also cause deleterious mutations to accumulate. So these actions destroy your pure genetics. And this is how the cheetah is still the cheetah in today's time, because it's a result of inbreeding. And just like the cheetah, the very same thing can be said for your so-called Native Americans. specifically those who cross the Bering Strait. Those claiming to be descendants of those who crossed the Bering Strait ran into this bottleneck situation in the ice. This is how they said supposedly the genetics for the America strain, the American haplogroup, was developed. And if that's the case, well, we will not be your Native American, because our genetics are still much and highly diverse. So with this being said, we understand how these volcanoes can disrupt and interrupt genetics. So we're gonna dive into the genetics of how the Moshe looked and depicted themselves during such a time, especially since they are of this Bronze Age, developing this copper technology. So if it's okay with you, we're gonna continue on. Aha. So now we're digging on the Moshe, right? As we can see, the Moshe. And just like every other landmass and culture we were looking at, these Nagas portray themselves the same way. This is how we know that this was a law, right? This was a natural requirement. To be on the earth, you literally had to be melanin. Talking about the ancient ones. It can't be a coincidence that everyone look like this. This is the Bronze Age. The cosmos of the copper-colored races with copper-colored faces. I mean, everybody's looking the same, right? Would it be any different for America? For the Maroocans? Hell no. I'm starting to think that everybody had the same color of paint too. Everyone had access to the same color of paint. I'm starting to think that that was a requirement as well. Like, you wasn't really popping off unless you had this production of color, especially to depict how it is they looked. You know what I'm saying? Because we still talking phenotype. See the dragon, the Dracon, you see the wings. This looks like the creature we were looking at when it came to the Sumerians and the Elamites and the Near East civilizations. You're looking at the Dracons, the Nagas, who wield this understanding, this understanding of this technology all across the land. We was talking about Franklin Saint. Khan, we just talking a little snowfall on you. This is Peru. You know, at this point of the drop, the only thing that I can ask that if he's still surfing the wave, you share this video right about now for the real ones. Because we're just talking about the Khans of America, the ancient ones. In this particular ancient one, well, it's a trip, right? Because he looks like the Bro Compton AV. And considering now, he kind of do look a little bit like 4 Extras. He kind of do look a little bit like 4 Extras, man. Hey, out to the other bro that he got on that new song, right? On his new joint, fresh off the back. All 3 of those cons. Who's it? Rimble? I think Rimble. All 3 of them. AV, 4 Extra, and Rimble. All 3 of them look like this guy right here. 4 Extra, Rimble, and Compton AV. All 3 of them look like this guy. And it's a trip because all 3 of them kind of look alike. Oh, man. We're just surfing the pure water wave right now. So of course you was popping off over here in America. You see the color of the hands to let you know what's going on. You see the color of the hands to let you know what's going on. All across the walls and the halls. These copper-colored races with copper-colored faces depicted themselves the same. I mean, you see what's happening. This one got that Nicki Minaj kind of look, Nicki Minaj type of phenotype. We see a lot of that. I mean, they were very, very specific with these details. They could have chose any color, but they chose this one. They chose that ruddy. They chose that Adama, that Adama. We let the phenotype talk. This one kind of look a little bit like Kirk Frost. This con look a little bit like Kirk Frost. You know what I'm saying? Surfing the wave. Just talking indigenous. See, even on the walls, man. You see the crown, you see what's going on. Don't know why my vibration is telling me that this is Prester John. We just surfing the wave. Now, remember I told you to keep this image in mind, right? Because we're digging on some cons from Mexico, yet we still see the same type of beasts. See, we had access to this beast the whole time, all across the land. You see all these Nagas, you see how the Khan is surrounded by these Nagas. You see what's happening? Everywhere they go, they mess with the nose. Everywhere they go, they mess with the nose, letting you know. Alright, look like somebody got dealt with. Definitely looks like someone got dealt with. You see what's happening? You see what's going on? Continue surf the wave. Shalom. So see, getting back to this Moshe civilization, they definitely understood and overstood the meaning and the purpose and the significance of depictions. Just like so-called ancient Egyptians. See what's going on? This is all across the land, all across the sands. See, when you let them tell it, they depict how it is that they look, how they look. Surfing the wave, well, this looks like the same peace pie the Egyptian hieroglyphs were passing around, huh? You see how these Nagas look? Head action. I mean, what we talking about? You see what's going on? Look at all these Dracons, right? So you see, they depicted themselves the same way. And with this happening, it almost looks like the stones of Ica. This resembles the stones of Ica, so that makes me wonder if those is, actually for real or not. Alright, so we're gonna continue to surf the wave with this Moshe. I hope your vibe is magnetic and charged. All praises to our Creator, the Most High, Hawa. See, I'm starting to see these Nagas went extinct, right? It's just like the so-called Olmec, the Mayan, so-called ancient Egyptians, all these ancient ones disappearing. Nagas ain't disappeared. We've just been reclassified. See, they depicted themselves exactly as who they were and are. To remind you today, we've always been here. See what he's holding? See how he look? See what's going on? It's no coincidence that all these Nagas depicted themselves looking exactly the same. Go ahead and dig on this volcano, see what we get. Shalom. So see, I'm digging on volcano, and it's telling me that it's a mountain opening near its top into the Earth's interior. It says that it's a burning mountain, and it's from Vulcan, the Roman god of fire, also of fire and flame. You know what I'm saying? And when we dig on this Vulcan, well, this Vulcan is a god of fire, right? From this Etruscan origin. So we just showed you who the Etruscans were and are. And they believe that this volcano was a deity, an entity, and that this entity popped off, right? So we're digging on volcano, which is a burning mountain. And that made me want to know, well, what exactly is a mountain? And when we dig on mountain, well, we get natural elevation, rising more or less abruptly and attaining a conspicuous height. It's conspicuous height. And it doesn't give you no further breakdown than that. It just tells you that it's a mountain. But what is a mountain? Etymologically speaking, what is a mountain? And it wasn't giving me anything. So I'm like, what are they hiding? You can ask these questions, and by now we should have already got some results. So they're playing around with this term mountain. And we're gonna find out exactly what it is. So the first thing that I thought about was mount, right? Considering that mount was the root word in the word mountain. mount meant to get up on a horse, to rise up, to ascend, to fly, to go up, to climb, mount. All right. It also means a lofty hill, mount. And it's crazy how this men is in the crux of it all, right? Men. But you know, we're digging on mount. And I'm really trying to figure out what this mountain is. So far, we're just surfing the vibration on up. That which is to go up. Right? Up. And digging on this up, well, it made me think of mound, right? Because mound is influenced by mount. So mound is a hedge, a fence, an embankment, or a dam. It is also the hand, the guardianship, power, powwow. It is also protection, used in the military sense for fortifications of various types, including earthworks. All right. It is also an artificial elevation of earth, as over a grave, as natural low elevation, as the place where the pitcher stands on a baseball field, or as in mound builder, one of the prehistoric race of the Mississippi Valley that erected extensive earthworks. So here we're talking about mound, right? To enclose with a fence. And I'm like, mountains. We're really surfing the wave. But you know, digging on this mountain, I need a little bit more. So when I dig on mountain in the dictionary, well, the dictionary tells me straight up that it's a large mass of earth and rock rising above the common level of the earth or adjacent land, but of no definite altitude. Right? Then it really got me thinking, especially where all these mountains are. So now we have large mass of earth and rock. So rightfully so, I searched the wave on rock, and rock appears as a stone or as a substance, right? A large rocky formation, rocky height or outcrop, crag, stone, rock, or obelisk. And they tell you that it's of uncertain origin. But now we're talking about rocks, right? And rocks is a mineral matter, a mass of mineral matter. And now I'm like, okay, we are getting specific. It also means to move backward and forward, to sway. So rock also means to wave. They also have cradle as a description, as a synonym. Which is why they're always talking about cradles of civilization, because we're talking about the swaying or the rocking or the waving. Alright. Action of rocking, a movement to and fro. So you see how we're back to fro. Surfing the wave, but we're digging on rock because mountain's supposed to be a large mass of rock. Well, a stone is that which is a discrete rock, a discrete piece of rock. All right. Stone also means a heap, a pile, similar to that of a hill. All right, so we're talking stone. Rock was also said to be a mineral, right? And this mineral was a substance attained by mining, something that is mined. And that made me start thinking of miners, right? Those who were designed to mine. If you surfing the Sumerian flow, minerals also have the capability of carrying and possessing consciousness. Minerals possess consciousness, which lets us know that these minerals they possess a spirit form of some sense. And if that's the case, well then it could be said that these mountains, these volcanoes are actually our physical giants, that they are our giants simply off etymological words, right? Etymological meaning. At least that's what I started picking up. I started getting the wave that these mountains are really the giants, especially since they're not even trying to tell us what a mountain really is in reference to volcano. All right, we're just talking about minerals. Right? Because we're talking about minerals, or we're talking about the mind, right? Not as a mine or mine, but as a pit or a tunnel made in the earth for the purposes of obtaining metals and minerals. It is also a vein, a lode, a tunnel. It is also a mineral ore, simply ore, ores. And one might ask, well, what is an ore, right? Well, an ore is a mineral or a rock, usually of metal origin, especially one worth mining. An ore, an unworked metal, the earth. It is of the earth, like autochthon, like indigenous. It also means brass or copper or bronze. You see how we come full circle, we make our way back home. Because we are talking about you, right? Or from the word aureate, which is of gold, bronze, aura. All right. So let's surf the wave on this aureate. And this aureate is that which is resembling gold or gold colored. It is splendid. It is brilliant. Decorated with gold. Golden. Gold. Gold. Gold is another term for melanin, right? But look, it's talking about a metal. It's talking about brass. It's talking about copper. It's talking about bronze as gold, which is related to the word as, that is to shine. To shine, my Shabata. 'Cause my Shabata is gonna shine. So it's the RE8 that brings our lesson full circle, surfing the wave in this bronze age, this age of the copper-colored races with copper-colored faces. So now that we got this RE8, we know what these ores are. We can now get some examples. Surfing the wave. Well, now we're looking at our copper ores, right? Now we're looking at our minerals. And now we know why the ancients were so much into crystals. Speaking of which, we have some coming directly to you. Go ahead and check out the website and subscribe to the site, because the live drop, well, it's on the way. You see how we're just looking at copper ores. We were always digging on this. We always knew we were the elementals. See what's going on. Surfing a wave with you, such a wonderful charge, Shabata. Cause we're just digging on minerals. And these minerals are said to possess and have consciousness. They also store consciousness. We're just digging on natural beauty, geology. You get it all right here with Drop Nation. gonna surf the wave on everything. See what's going on? We're just talking about you. Allahuwa. We gonna finish strong. Shalom. So this is the part where we get to our feature. And our feature, of course, is none other than our Tawab Ak. Our Tawab Ak, that is 9 Spiral. The Spiral 9. And we gonna dig on our Ak's drop, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna catch the wave that he was surfing, because the wave that he was surfing happens to line up with the wave we're surfing. And when it's a tribal wave, well, you get tribal results. So we're gonna do what we do best at Drop Nation, and that's belly fly. Shalom to the real ones. Let's get it.
I had to an oath, they about to get the business. Y'all can make y'all feel impressed about it's not in their corner. You sell a twin to the misinformed and all the people who's been sanctified to raise a banner, give you a challenge. No more calm before the storm, the earth is unbalanced. Esau reigns, steady diminishing, soon to repentance. By the whole house of Israel, and nothing can stop it. Breaking down scripture is proving that this prophecy moving. Be descriptive if no fulfilling your ways and your patterns. Opposite of it, resistant to it, don't want none of it. Vibration steady decreasing, ain't no order about it. You provoking the power, ancient of days. Chasing dragons that pull up on you quicker than you can snap a picture. Sodom Gomorrah, what happened to it? Do you remember? Jacob's trouble are the angels of destruction trying to go.
Three real motions, we looking for that old love potion. Your cop's blessing became your cop's trouble. Now we gotta rumble with the heat and inside. Your car promise is E, not action with lawless. To the moment, not talking the breast out. Oh, yeah, should rebel. Have you forgotten? Let me polish your nine. False idols, how you see Messiah. Overstand shit was given. Abraham was promised. Chosen. The story begin, mama, big call. Oh, I kick the door in, St. John Hertred. Today was the head. Gosh, you running in two stiff leg go. Your frequency can't hurt. No dog with theory, no big bang theory, no bourbon in my cup. Primary back me up, and how trouble not meant for us. You see it in why we trust. The greater light, the lesser light. The guide to our times through the night.
All right, just pick one, all right? And let it take you on a journey, on a ride, all right? You know, the swan diving, free falling, disappearing and reappearing, all right? All right, the grace. And keeping in mind, these are, look at that guy. These are boats down here, all right? See him? Now look at the wings, all right? Are we looking at birds? Because I done heard way too many people scream birds around this Sakurajima. What the hell is Sakurajima any damn way? Because it's not a volcano. No. It's a dragon cavern.
You heard what the ox said? He said it's not a volcano. It's a dragon cavern. Now we really surfing the wave, right? Because we got what the volcanoes did. And we got that Etruscans referred to these volcanoes as actual deities and entities, right? And through etymology, we were uncovering that these said mountains can actually be physical, actual giants. And now our Ak is connecting the volcanoes to Dracan caverns. You know what I'm saying? It's getting really interesting. We're going to continue to surf the wave.
Now look at the wings, all right? Are we looking at birds? Because I done heard way too many people scream birds around this Sakurajima. What the hell is Sakurajima any damn way? Because it's not a volcano. No. It's a dragon cavern. Some of them even look like they're flying in and out through the base. See that? Now we're just observing the characteristics, right? Follow him. See that? It's almost as if they're flying through it. You see this guy at the bottom? Watch this. And so, what's going on? All right. Who is the hornet in the Bible? So I can tell you, all right. A great power, a mighty, there you go again, and terrible, which regardeth not person, nor taketh reward. How terrible, all right? And this is why we're digging on the destruction of Beirut, because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Why not? And so, one key to understanding the Melakim and how terrible they are, all right, is to look at the habitat, all right? Now you gotta think swift, very swift. See that? See that? And we're just talking the Dracan, all right? The dragon. See that? Very swift. Fierce, violent, all right? Wings, radiated, huh? Swift, huh? Radiate, huh?
Keep in keep in mind we're digging on aureate, right? From ore from mineral, mineral from rock or stone, stone or rock from mountain, mountain from volcano. Aureate, to shine. And our Tawabak is talking about radiation from the Dracan. 9 spiral, take the wheel.
Radiate, huh? And so you can see that these are like small ships down here, all right? So just look at the size and know right here, right now with me, that we're not dealing with birds. And so exactly what the hell is Sakurajima, huh? All right, all right. The secret things, all right? It's the secret things. What are the secret things? The many, many truths, all right? Plural, that the Most High is exposing in these latter days, all right? The secret things. Deuteronomy 29:29. The secret things belong to the Most High, our power. But those things which are revealed belong to us. Who? You. Yeshua. Israel. And to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. All right? Let's get that again. The secret things belong to the Most High, our power. The secret things, things that are hidden, all right? But those things which are revealed, truth, belong to us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of our law. Huh? And so, no matter how hard you try to shun it, run away from it, or deny it, you cannot remove truth. All right? Forget this word that's highlighted. Look for the coming thing. Saraf. Tanin. Can't escape it. And not only that, it's the Most High's truth. All right? Well, we're going to get back on these Chalcadras. All right, I'm going to prove some people wrong. See that? And so we're just talking dragon, right? That can be a fiery shooting meteor, all right? And so when you see these in the sky, it's not what they say they are, all right? We're just talking dragon. They can be swift, all right? We've seen that. They can be fierce, violent, all right? But not only that, my bad. See that? Male or female? Wa, ka, da. To burn, huh? To be kindled. Or prester. To kindle, huh? Or inflame. Still media.
Mind you, we've been talking this fire the whole time, Khan. And here our good Khan come in, still breathing that Dracon fire. Let's get it, man. Shalom to the Khan. We surfing the wave.
Here, or dragon. Still angry. Oh, still a person. And so let's perhaps have a look at the backside of Sakurajima, all right? The whatever it is, all right? Because nobody knows. The secret things, huh? Now, y'all let me know. All right. What is that, man? And so now, do it make sense, huh? Online etymology, meteor. All right, we're just talking the celestial, all right, phenomena, all right, things in the heavens, shamayim, above, high up, raised from the ground, hanging, all right, suspended, hovering. Most importantly, what we just saw, fireball, not only in the sky, but coming out of a damn so-called volcano. All right, we're just talking 1590s, They were considered atmospheric phenomena and were formerly classified as aerial angel, controlling the elements, wind, rain, snow, hail, aurora, rainbows, lightning, shit like that. Angels. And so, what happened in Beirut?
Just like that, you know what I'm saying? We just surfing the wave. We're talking angels out of Dracon Caverns. What is a volcano? Some may say they are the ancient ones, the giant ones. And this has been an amazing presentation. We're going to bring part 1 to a close. Ahab to the real ones. Keep in mind, this is a tribal flow. So don't forget to tribe up with the real ones in real time and support that link. Let's keep the Wata flowing. And don't forget to subscribe to naturalbylaw.net. Till the next time, Shabbat, Halahuah, Max Ahab.